Hello, guys, and welcome back to the FPL Duo. We're back for another deadline stream. It is the FPL Double Gameweek 22 deadline stream. It is a Friday deadline, so it's pretty nice. Usually we do the early ones on a Saturday morning, but it is a Friday deadline this week. Looking forward to it. Chatting to you, Jordan. It's been a while. FPL. We had the FA Cup break, but it's football's back, and we're looking forward to get into it. Chelsea playing later this evening should be good. But yeah, how you doing, Jordan? Everything good?
Yeah, everything's good. The weekend's here. I hope everyone else is excited for the weekend and the return of FPL after 2 weeks of not having any. Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting hour, especially for the decisions we are going to make.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm just gonna try to log into my my account. But I'll let you bring your team up first while I do that. We've got a few of you in the chat. We've got Ferguson Football. Says, "What's up, lads? How you doing? Yeah, we're good. Hope you're well." Got Alex in the chat as well. I'll let you take some of their questions, Jordan, early, and I'm gonna try sign in, and we'll get our teams up, and we'll talk about what we're doing with our teams.
Okay. Let's meet you. First question: Mitro to Nketiah for -4 would freeze me out of an Arsenal defender. It's a similar move to what Huss mentioned to me earlier before the stream. If it's worth bringing in Nketiah for -4, and my response to that was, I don't think it is worth it for this week. I think it's more worth to bring in Nketiah when he doubles in 23. I think even though he has Everton away this week, even if he does score, I still think it's worth waiting on Nketiah and probably see what Mitro does against Chelsea. He does play tonight, Mitro. It would freeze you out of an Arsenal defender, which I don't think that's a bad thing, actually. I'd think you'd not want an Arsenal defender. I think you'd want preferably triple midfield at Arsenal, or 2 midfielders and 1 forward, that being Nketiah being the forward. But yeah, for me, Alex, I think for -4, I wouldn't do that. But if you think Nketiah will score and make up for the -4, then if you think that's the right move, then I'll say do it.
Fair enough. I'll take some questions as well. I'll read one out. Sorry, me on Mitrovic and Nketiah. I probably wouldn't do it if I'm honest. Not for a -4. Fatality. Hey guys, play Kepa v Fulham or Sanchez v Bournemouth this week. Good question. I would probably play Sanchez, possibly. It's a tough one, to be fair, because Chelsea did keep a clean sheet against Liverpool in the last game week, didn't they? But Chelsea are a bit hit and miss as well defensively. So, you know what? I'll say Chelsea actually. Chelsea, surely they get some form. Would you agree, or would you play Sanchez, Jordan?
I'll probably be more confident in playing Sanchez for Bournemouth because Bournemouth haven't really managed to score many goals, especially with Solanke out injured. They've really they've taken out really their goal scorer for their team as well. So as well as not having a great season so far, Bournemouth, there's high chance Brighton can keep a clean sheet in that game. I don't think Chelsea will keep a clean sheet against Fulham because even though they did against Liverpool, we can't forget Liverpool are in a bit of a
true.
A bad place right now. So there is reasoning why Chelsea may have kept a clean sheet there.
I don't know why it's not letting me sign into my FPL account. So I'll let you bring your team up and say that's weird. Not letting me sign in.
Maybe busy. We've got Ferguson Football. It says, my team is Raya, Ward, Trippier, Trent, Shaw, Lewis, Mings, Rashford, KDB, Martinelli, Matoma, Odegaard, Nketiah, Haaland, Ferguson. Any tits with a 5.3 million in the bank and 1 free transfer. If that was me with that team, Ferguson, I think that's fine, if I'm honest. I'd probably roll the transfer over into Double Gameweek 23 because Arsenal and Man City do double in that game week. And I think with the team you have going forward into game week 22, you don't necessarily need to make any transfers. I think everyone there is pretty good. I mean, you got Ferguson for Leeds, who doubles. You got Rashford, Shaw. I'd say the only person you're missing is Bruno. So if I had 2 free transfers, I probably would have done KDB to Bruno. But because you have one, I'd probably say roll the transfer over into next week. But I think you could do. You say you're not sure with Ferguson. I think you might as well see what he does against Bournemouth, because it is a nice fixture for Brighton, and it's one of those where any player really can score in that game, and maybe Ferguson is one of them. We've got Connor H that says, have 2 free transfers, looking to do Mitro to Kane and De Bruyne to Bruno. Not sure if I should get Kane or Nketiah. Yeah, Nketiah is a massive talking point, I think, for this game week. A lot of people are debating whether to bring him in or not for the Everton away game. In terms of Kane or Nketiah, though, there's a bit of a massive argument, because Kane's been very, let's say, he's been very consistent with his goals. He's almost scored in at least one goal in every game. Even though Spurs haven't been the greatest this season so far, I mean, Kane still scores in them. But at the same time, Nketiah, he's cheaper. It makes you allow you to spread more money around if you want to put it in more in the midfield. And he's kind of more of a differential than Kane. He's less owned. So personally, I would go for Nketiah. If I had to pick from that, I'll say Mitro to Nketiah. And the De Bruyne to Bruno one I like, as I did speak about that with Ferguson's comment. But yeah, I like the moves.
Okay, yeah, we'll get to a few more questions in a sec. Bear with us, guys. Let's quickly. I've managed to get my team up. I don't know why it wasn't letting me sign into my account. I thought I got hacked for a sec, but not to be. Not that you probably want to hack me right now with my current rank, but yeah. So what I'm playing right now is a 3-5-2. Just very quickly, I've got Danny Ward in goal. I've got a back three of Trippier, Ben White, and Luke Shaw, who has a double game week against Palace and Leeds. Obviously, Arsenal play Everton and Newcastle at home to West Ham. I've got midfield 5 currently of Martinelli, Bruno. Sorry, not Bruno. De Bruyne. Bruno will be coming into my team. I've got Rashford, who's got a double game week. Let me just quickly switch Rashford to my captain, because Rashford definitely is being my captain this week. He's going to be the captain. So Rashford is the captain. Saka's in the midfield. Mason Mount is there. He's probably going to be taken out of my team. And up front, I've got Haaland and Mitrovic. And as you can see on the bench, I've got Cancelo, Greenwood, and Patterson. I think I have 2 free transfers as well. So I'll be showing you guys what I'm going to do with my moves in a sec. So that's the team overall, Jordan. I do have 2 moves to make. I'm going to let you bring your team up and just quickly run us through our first 11.
Okay. Let me just put my team up. Okay, so we'll start off with Edison in goal, who has Tottenham away. Back 3 in defence, we have Shaw, Trippier, and Ben White. Shaw has a double against Crystal Palace and Leeds at home. Trippier has West Ham at home, and Ben White has Everton away. Moving on to the midfield 5, we've got Rashford and Fernandes, who both double as well with Crystal Palace and Leeds at home. Almiron, who's got West Ham at home. Martinelli, who's got Everton away. And Rodrigo, who is out for 2 months from an ankle injury that he sustained against Accrington in the FA Cup match. So that's a bit of an unfortunate result, as it did have Nottingham Forest away and Man United away. And up front, you got Haaland, who's got Tottenham away, and Nketiah, who's got Everton away. And Haaland is my captain currently.
Okay, nice. I know you're playing a bench boost, I believe. So we'll talk about your transfer plans, your chip strategy, and all that in a sec. Let's switch over back to my team. Let's take a few of the questions, actually, because we've had a few come in. I think Alex says I would be taking a -4 next week, anyways, if I didn't do it this week. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Damien, evening guys. I was thinking of Saka to Fernandez and Tony to Nketiah for a -4, but was talked out of it. What are your thoughts? I'll be definitely bringing in Bruno Fernandez. You know, especially even if you're gonna captain him, which could be tempting this week, then definitely worth it. But even if you're not, I say it's still worth it because Bruno has a double. I don't know if I'll take Saka out personally. I have Saka myself. Saka does have a double game week himself next week. So ideally, I wouldn't want to take out any Arsenal player because they double next week. So if you can do it for another player, I would go down that route. Otherwise, you know, I do think Bruno is quite necessary in this game week, to be fair. But so is Saka next week. So it's a tough one in your scenario. Tony to Nketiah looks pretty good.
Yeah, I wouldn't do him though for this week because Tony has Southampton at home, which is a nice fixture for him.
Yeah, that's fair enough. That's something you could hold on as well, potentially. What do you think of Bruno in, Martinelli out? Yep, I think that's good, potentially. But I mean, one thing it could be good is because it allows you to switch up your Arsenal triple up. So if you've got Martinelli currently in your team, and maybe next week you want to bring Odegaard in, it could work. And you switch your Arsenal players around and have Odegaard, I don't know, Ben White and Nketiah or someone like that. So you could take Martinelli out to Odegaard for next week if you're already tripled up on Arsenal. Dom, help, please. I can choose Reece James or Dan Burn and Tony or Kane. Which two combos should I choose? Well, Reece James isn't back from injury, is it yet? I don't think. Unless I've heard unless otherwise. I wouldn't go to James if I'm honest. Too risky.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna think about that one. That's definitely not. That's a no-no.
Yeah, I wouldn't go to James yet. I'll see if he plays. To be fair, because there's always that chance he comes back, plays one game, gets injured. So I'd choose Dan Burn over him if you're picking a Newcastle defender. I do like Tyrone Mings at Aston Villa due to his fixtures in blank game week 25 and blank game week 28 as well, potentially. So Villa defender could also be good. Tony or Kane. Well, probably Kane, but obviously there's a big price difference between those two players. So Kane and Dan Burn, if I had to pick. Dan Hilton says, evening, guys. Evening, Dan. Hope you're well. He's done Mount and Almiron out for Mitoma and Odegaard. Was 0.1 short for Bruno instead of Odegaard. Still nice picks for next week. I mean, Odegaard could be a good pick. And yeah, Mitoma is one we've mentioned on this channel for a while. And I think he's going to be quite popular now for a lot of teams. Team Raya, Castagna, Trippier, Trent, Salah, Martinelli, Rashford, Mitoma, Nketiah, Tony, Haaland, Ward, Collins, Zama, I think you mean Zaha, Andreas with 1.6 million, 0 free transfer. Any help? Any tips? I've not got any free transfers, so I mean, I would do Salah to Bruno for a hit. I would be tempted to do Salah to Bruno for a hit. If I'm looking at your team. I think it still could be worth a -4. Would you take Salah out for a hit, Jordan, for Bruno?
Yeah, I definitely would. I wouldn't want Salah in this double game week. I'd probably want Bruno over him for sure.
Just seeing who Liverpool play. Who do Liverpool play again this game week? Is it Wolves? Yeah, it is Wolves, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
Not been really spoken about.
Yeah. So yeah, Liverpool play Wolves away, and I don't think that's going to be an easy game. So I mean, Salah to Bruno could be good. Hey guys, would you take a -4 to go from Anthony to Bruno? Oof. Possibly not.
I mean,
I don't
if
know.
I already had Anthony, then I wouldn't really want to take him out for Bruno because
yeah,
both Man United. and doublers.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'd want to take Anthony out if I had him. What is the Instagram account that shows you the predicted lineup 2 hours before the game? I'm not sure, but I think you could be talking about Team News and Ticks. I think that's the account. I'm not sure though. I'm thinking of bringing in Bruno because I have Odegaard and Nketiah. Yeah, Bruno. As I said, guys, I'm bringing Bruno in just to reveal my transfer plans. Bruno is 100% coming into my team for Mason Mount this game week. So yeah, that's my big transfer this week. Would you do KDB to Bruno for a -4, Jordan?
Absolutely. I think Bruno's going to definitely outscore KDB because he does have Tottenham, and that's not going to be an easy fixture for KDB. And he has dropped off a form recently. He hasn't really got much in comparison to Fernandes, who has had way more. I think over 47 points. I think Bruno has had since the start of the Premier League, since the World Cup.
So Dan, I'm actually in a similar position. I've got KDB in my team, but I don't have Bruno, but I do want Bruno. So the way I've kind of navigated it, I'll show you what I've done. I'll go to my screen. I'll go transfers. See, I want to keep Kevin De Bruyne because Kevin De Bruyne has a double game week next week against Villa at home, which is a nice fixture, and Arsenal away. I know the Arsenal one's tough, but it is a double at the end of the day. So ideally, I want to keep Kevin De Bruyne until at least next week. So what my plan is to take out Mason Mount. That gives me 8.3 million, so I can bring in Bruno Fernandes. I'm 1.6 million short. Of course, I've got Cancelo, who's now gone to Bayern Munich on loan, so I'll just downgrade him, leave me with 5.4 million, and I'll just bring in someone cheap like Tyrone Mings, who does have a game in that in that blank game week 25. So in the blank game week 25, he has Everton away, and then in blank game week 28, he has Bournemouth at home. So that's my thinking. Just a bit long-term planning about bringing Tyrone Mings in. Still leaves me with 1.1 million in the bank, and it gives me Bruno Fernandes. And I'll just bench Mings this week, who plays. He has Leicester at home, so I'll probably bench him this week. Play White, Shaw and Trippier, play the midfield 5, and then Haaland and Mitrovic up top, and captain Rashford, or maybe triple captain Rashford. We'll come on to that in a sec. But that is for those that are just joining. So that is basically the plan, guys. Mason Mount out for Bruno Fernandes, and Cancelo downgraded to Tyrone Mings. So those are the two moves I think I'm going to do. I'm pretty certain 99%. I may change my mind last minute, but I think those are the moves I'm going to make, and I'm going to probably triple captain Rashford. I've not ruled that one out yet. So that's the plan. And yeah, I'm happy with the rest of the team, I think. And the next week I get, I'll probably bring in another Man City player potentially, if I feel like they're on form again. So we'll see. I bring in Bruno for Martinelli. I think that's a good move still. Would you agree, Jordan? Or
it's a bit dangerous as anything, because Martinelli is still considerably highly owned. I think he's still like 40% still owned Martinelli. So if he gets anything in that Everton game, which is quite possible despite his many blanks he's had, it's going to be very, very costly to the rank. I know Bruno probably balanced out from his returns in both his doubles, but yeah. I think it is still a good move, actually, just because Bruno does double and Martinelli has one fixture.
I know we're only... How long away till the deadline? Is it 6:30 deadline today?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'll probably lock my team in soon because I'm pretty certain what I'm going to do. I am sure I'm going to do Mount and Cancelo out because those two have to go. For Bruno is an obvious, and Mings. I've chosen Mings over Botman. I know I said Botman in that team selection video, but Newcastle, because they're going to play against Manchester United in the Carabao Cup final, Newcastle will blank in 25, and that's tempted me to bring in Mings. I know Shaw will also blank, so that would give me some players that I can play in that game week, and that was just the thinking behind it. So yeah, I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna lock my moves in soon. Let me know what you guys think of my plans as well. Do you guys like the moves? And also drop your comments in below. And also, if you haven't, guys, I've got to always ask, because some people forget. If you are enjoying the content, please don't forget to drop a like on the video and also subscribe to our channel if you are new. Jordan, time for you to talk about your team. Just let us know your plans, transfer wise. I'll bring your team up. Yeah, what you thinking? We got 2 free transfers.
Yeah, 2 free transfers. Let me just swap to the other screen. So yeah, 2 free transfers. I've got 5.8 million in the bank, so money's not
You're
really
rich.
an issue. Yeah, it's thanks to the premiums I haven't done well this season. I've very been it's been fortunate for money wise. But yeah, I mean, Rodrigo being injured, that has
That's
given
a
me,
spanner.
yeah, that's a massive spanner because I was very, very excited for his double because I don't think many really owned him. He's only 7.3% owned, so he would have been a great differential going forward into the double. But because he is out, I am going to remove him from my team, and this is quite a straightforward one. I think some people may guess who I'm going to go for because he is on fire at the moment, and he does have one of the worst teams in the Premier League, and that is Mitoma, who has
Bournemouth. Okay, that's a nice fixture for him, to be fair.
Yeah, Bournemouth at home, and because of that, also I used to have a lot more money in the bank, so I have 7 million.
Yeah,
On
that's a
top
lot.
of that. So yeah, it's as well as a cheaper option too. It's going to be very exciting to see what he does against Bournemouth, who haven't really got off the bottom of the table really, and Brighton look really good. So that is my first transfer. I am debating whether I take another transfer and use both, and because I am bench boosting, because I'm bench boosting, I have Ward on the bench. So, and he has got Aston Villa. I'm not too keen about Leicester's defence or their team in general at the moment. So I'm considering taking out Ward and bringing in the Leeds goalkeeper.
Oh, Meslier.
Yeah, because of obviously the double that he has against Nottingham Forest and Man United. So him being on the bench, even if he doesn't get a clean sheet, as long as he doesn't concede 2 goals, he's expected to get at least 4 points from it.
Yeah.
So in a way, it acts like a clean sheet from a single gaming player if they got a clean sheet. So that is probably where I'm heading for.
What's the double like again? So they got Manchester United and Nottingham Forest, didn't it?
Yeah, they play Nottingham Forest and Man United, Leeds.
They could keep a clean sheet against Forest.
That is what I'm hoping for, because anything in that Man United match is a bonus on top of it. But that's why I'm half deciding whether I use 2 or 3 transfers, obviously to bring in Meslier for the double, and then I have a pretty good bench then, because I've got Ben Mee, he's got Southampton at home, Tony, who's got Southampton at home, and who's the last one?
Mitoma as well.
Yeah, Mitoma will be on the bench as well. He's got Bournemouth at home, so.
Or Dunk, potentially play a 3-5-2.
Yeah,
Dunk has got a nice fixture as well.
So yeah, I think it's a pretty good bench boost, in particular to the teams they do have, because Ben Mee could easily score against Southampton. He's sometimes gets lucky with a goal.
Yeah, if you feel like you got your players do have a single fixture that are good fixtures, like green fixtures. Obviously, they don't have any doubles, but sometimes we've seen one fixture can be better than 2 sometimes, so it can work out either way. But yeah, I'll let you debate whether you're going to bring in Meslier, because I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure of it either.
I'm not sure unless the chat want to help Jordan out. Jordan's planning on bench boosting. Should he bring in Meslier for Danny Ward, just to give him a double game week goalkeeper? Let us know your thoughts, guys, in the comments. I'm going to read a few of your comments out as well. I think I read this one. Taking a -8 this week. Salah, Almiron, Mitro to Bruno, Odegaard, and Ketia. Yeah, I like those moves. -8. fairly big hit. Fadsley, Zinchenko or Gabriel. I would pick Gabriel out of those two. I think Gabriel has a bit more of a goal threat from corners, so I would go with Gabriel. But I think Zinchenko is a decent pick as well. It looks like he is now preferred over Tierney, so yeah, it could be a good pick. But I think Gabriel for me. Just FPL Feezy sold KDB for Bruno. Fair enough. I think
Nice.
you could, because Bruno is one that can definitely get a big score this week. For sure, with the two nice fixtures he has, both at home as well. So yeah, let us know if anyone's captaining Bruno actually in the comments. Should I make any changes to the lineup? No, I think you look fine. Rayar, Trippier, Trent. I mean, surprisingly, I'm not seeing many teams with Trent in it, so it's interesting. You've got Trent still. Shaw, Rashford, Odegaard, Bruno, KDB, Matoma, and Ketia, Haaland. Yeah, the team's fine. I wouldn't want to make any changes to take hits or anything. FPL Feezy, any Leeds asset that is sure to start? Well, one we've mentioned actually, Jordan, is, and maybe you could consider bringing him in, but you've already got 3 strikers. So I was going to say Gononto, the cheap 5 million striker. I think he's still 5 million at Leeds. I think if you're looking for a Leeds asset, Gononto is by far the best attacking ball any player they have. I think Gononto is the one I'd go for. Obviously now Rodrigo's injured. That could be pretty good for Gononto. I've spoke to some Leeds fans, and they think he's going to start both games. So yeah, Gononto is one I like. So that's where I'd be going.
I'd probably say Bamford. I mean,
is he going to play both? He probably will, but there's always that worry with him.
Yeah, there's always that worry. I think they have no choice though to play him now, because obviously Rodrigo would be his replacement if he was injured.
Mm-hmm.
So without really any striker apart from Bamford and Gononto, who can act like a striker, they really have no real options to go for.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't mind a punt at Bamford. I mean, he scored in his past few game weeks over Rodrigo.
Yeah, I think Bamford's decent, but Gononto is very cheap. Anyone could pretty much fit him into the team. I could bring in Gononto for a -4. I don't know if that's worth it, to be honest. Let me know, guys, what you think. Would you bring in Gononto for a -4? Is it worth it? I'm not sure I'm not sure it is.
I like Bamford because he's on penalties too.
Yeah.
So if he takes one, then that's it. Cool.
Take out Kane for Nketiah now, then I can use all the money for Saka in next week for the double. Thoughts?
I mean, it's not a bad idea because Tottenham do have Man City.
Yeah. If you want triple Arsenal as well, you probably want triple Arsenal going forward. If you don't have triple Arsenal so far, I would definitely look to have them from next week. Jordan, thoughts on White and Rodrigo to Mings and Saka Odegaard? Question for you.
I mean, I do like Rodrigo to Saka or Odegaard because I'm wanting to do that initially for Rodrigo, but because I have Ben White in the team, I already have triple Arsenal. Otherwise, yeah, I do like the move from Rodrigo to one of the Arsenal midfielders, as Odegaard and Saka are quite on form, and as well as having a double game week in 23 as well. It's an easy move, I think, pretty much for that. That's my thoughts on that. In terms of Mings as well, on top of that, I haven't really given much thought about Mings, but I feel like it is a good idea because obviously the blank in game week 25, where most teams won't play, and Aston Villa not being one of them, gives a good opportunity to bring Mings in for Ben White. I'll probably say at game week 24, because I want to play Ben White for the double game week in 23. So that's my thoughts on that.
Unless you want to change up your attack and have Saka, Odegaard, and Nketiah or something, triple Arsenal, something like that. But yeah, I mean, I'm bringing in Mings myself, so Yeah. Nanje, I have 3 Man United players: Shaw, Anthony, Rashford. How bad do you guys think Bruno can hurt me? So I think Bruno's probably the first or second. I think he can match Rashford or even outscore Rashford. So I do think Bruno is a good pick for this week. Very good pick. I think he's a better pick than Anthony for sure. But you never know. Anthony's a differential. He could pay off going that way. But yeah, I think Bruno could be good this week.
Yeah, I don't think it'll hurt you much, Nanje, because Bruno he's only 30% owned, so not many FPL players really have him as much as Almiron.
I think that will go up though. I think after
the
deadline, that should go up.
Yeah, it should creep up, but I can't imagine it'll be in the danger spot of 40% in the half an hour. But I don't think it'll hurt you that much, Nanje.
Yep. Elliot says Cancelo to White, Zinchenko, Gabriel, Akanji, and Zaha to Odegaard, Saka. Yeah, I like the Zaha to Odegaard move. I'd probably do that. Cancelo to I've gone Tyron Mings because of to cover the blank game weeks, but you could bring in, someone like a White, and because he's cheap, he's got a double next week as well. If you're looking for a Leeds forward, surely Bamford is the best pick, says Alex. Jordan, you mentioned that he's on pens as well. Question would be, can Meslier keep 2 clean sheets? If so, the -4 would pay itself back and then still gain points from the other clean sheet. I mean, Jordan could do it for free, can't you? Because you've got 2 free transfers, don't you? So it won't even be. So it won't even be a -4. So if it's for free, it's more the worry is, will you need 2 moves next week? When you look at when you go on the planner, live fixed. What's it called? Forgot the website is called for a sec. FPL.net was it? Where you can plan and see your fixtures for next week. So would you need 2 free transfers next week, Jordan? Because if you don't, then you could just bring him in. It's more down to that, I think.
Yeah, I thought about that, and I don't necessarily need 2 free transfers for next week because I have triple Arsenal and I have double Man City. So
yeah,
I only need 1 free transfer if I want to bring in triple Man City for that double game in 23. So
yeah, Dan says he'd do it. I probably would in your position if you're really going to play that bench boost, because obviously you are playing the bench boost this week.
Yeah, I think that is definitely happening.
Hi, Duo 9 blanks. How come? I don't know what you mean by that. Please clarify in the comments. But yeah, Jordan, I'm going to make my moves, I think. We're still half an hour away, but I'm pretty set on what I'm going to do. So just to clarify again, guys. So can you see my screen? Yeah. So make transfers. So Cancelo out for Tyron Mings. Mason Mount out for Bruno Fernandes. I do have 2 free transfers, so no hits. I'm gonna confirm. There you go. That's done. I'll have Mings. Just have Mings first bench. I'll probably put Greenwood first bench. It's annoying that Greenwood doesn't play more minutes, or I would have played Greenwood. Obviously, he has a double, but I'm not expecting him to get enough minutes. Rashford captain. And my team's done. So yeah, Trippier, White, Shaw. I've got triple Man United, Fernandes, Saka, Rashford, De Bruyne, Martinelli, and Mitrovic and Haaland up front. The only thing now I have to debate and contemplate is whether I triple captain Rashford, which is definitely in my thoughts.
Yeah, I mean there is slight hesitation for me to use it because of Ten Hag isn't resting these players like Rashford, and the only thing that scares me is Rashford picking up an injury during this busy fixture period, because he has had injuries in the past from playing too many games.
Yeah,
and that is in the back of my head with that.
Yeah, that would be.
I'll do it.
That would be very unlucky, though.
Yeah, it would be very unlucky, but I kind of foresee something happening, which my guy is telling me don't do it. Otherwise, if Man United didn't have a busy period for fixtures, I'll do it straight away, no hesitation.
The triple captain? Yeah.
but because of this busy period,
They played. When did they last play? Was it yesterday? Was it? Oh no, sorry. When Thursday they played, I think.
Thursday.
Yeah. Checking the lineup from that game. Who played in that fixture against Nottingham Forest? I think they won 2-0. Sorry, they played on Wednesday. Yeah. Looking at the lineups, so Rashford didn't actually start in that game. So that is some positive. Rashford came on in the 62nd minute for Garnacho. So no, never know. Could be good. Start Botman or White, Jordan?
I'll probably start Botman because if you have, I'm assuming you have Trippier already, Ryan. So it'll probably be more worthwhile if you play Botman as well, just so that if Newcastle get a clean sheet against West Ham, you've got the points for Botman to cover it.
Kwanda, good evening, lads. Good evening, Kwanda. I hope you're well as always. Bruno or Rashford captain? Bruno or Rashford captain? Sorry. I'm going Rashford.
I'd probably put it on Bruno just to be a bit different. I think Bruno's as good as a pick as Rashford. I don't think there's much between them.
Kwanda, I need Cancelo replacement. A Man City defender. Is Ake good to go? Well, if you want a Man City defender, then I think Ake is the most nailed out of them. But they're not keeping many clean sheets as it is Man City. So that is the slight worry with them there. But they do have a double game week next week. So you never know. Against Aston Villa, they can easily keep a clean sheet. But yeah, Ake, I think, is probably the most nailed City defender now. I don't see him missing a game unless he's injured. Because Man City have just let Cancelo go on loan. So I think that makes Ake's minutes better. So if you want to go with Man City, I think he's the one I'd pick out of everyone else, Laporte, Lewis, or whoever.
Yeah, I don't really see the need for a Man City defender. I'm really surprised that many people are just
not kept many clean sheets.
No, that's another thing that confuses me. The clean sheets that Man City have had are very low.
Yeah, I mean, I've got rid of Cancelo now. I don't have any City defense, so I'm hoping he doesn't hurt me too much. But yeah, Ake is the one if you must get one. If not, you could go for someone like Mings to cover the blanks. Obviously, there's Botman. You could double up on the Newcastle defense. You could go Gabriel if you want an Arsenal defender, etc. Who double next week. Hi boys, do you think Walker will play this game week? It's hard to tell really. He could play Lewis. I'm not seeing any. Is there any leaked lineups? Just seeing what Man City could play. Obviously, Cancelo going makes things a bit more easier in terms of who to predict who's going to play. But I know John Stones is still injured 3 to 4 weeks, which is a big blow for Man City's defense. And John Stones being out actually makes City's defense worse, in my opinion, because I believe John Stones is their best defender. So without him, they could be more vulnerable at the back line with Ake, with Laporte. Lewis will play. So I think the defense, I think Stones will be a big miss for them. And yeah, I can't tell you, to be honest, if Walker will play. He could play Lewis. So yeah, Pep roulette.
Just play Edison. He's going to start.
Yeah, Edison. He's the only one that you just know every week, and him and Haaland probably. So
yeah, I'm surprised not a lot of people are going to just go with Edison, just to rest your mind over the fact that in questioning who's going to start in that defense. Because even with Pep's press conference, he was so cryptic with defenders and saying Rico will play, but it's not guaranteed how many minutes he will play, but he can start in that position. And it was just a little rotation of those players' names in that mix.
Yeah. And it worries me, obviously, the John Stones injury out for 3 to 4 weeks. For me, that would be worrying me if I was a City fan, especially for clean sheets, because I think John Stones plays well when he plays, and without him, I think they could concede a bit more, a few more goals. Kwanda says, I have Saliba, Martinelli, and now brought in Nketiah. I agree with you guys. No need for a Man City defender right now. So yeah, there you go. And yeah, Nketiah is a good pick, definitely. I know Jordan's had him since the wild card 17, and it's paid off. And it's unfortunate you benched him last weekend when he got the 2 goals. But yeah, and Nketiah is definitely a good pick.
That's going to haunt me for the rest of the end of the season.
Hey guys, would you start Botman or White? Sorry, my throat. Hey guys, would you start Botman or White? I would probably start Botman and Trippier both, just to be different. Like, not many have the Newcastle double up, so maybe start Botman and Trippier. If you don't have Trippier for whatever reason, then I'd probably start. I'd start Botman either way, actually. So yeah, probably play Botman. But I do believe Arsenal will keep a clean sheet, so it's hard to say. I think Arsenal will keep a clean sheet. I don't see Everton scoring against them. So, you could play either, really. If you want to spread your bet, play it safer, maybe play White. Does Reece James start today on the league lineup? Good question. I've not seen any leaks lineup. I think I'm just going to check.
I mean, even if there is a possibility that Reece
James there is.
Start,
but
I still wouldn't be. I wouldn't want to do it.
I mean, obviously, we know Reece James' potential when he does play, but he's back from injury. We know he's back, but yeah, I am slightly worried with Reece James because he can play and play well, but then he might get a knock and be out again. So if you want to take that risk, go ahead. I think he might start. I've not seen anything in regards to him starting. I've not seen any leaked lineups.
I mean,
Graham Potter. Sorry, Jordan. Graham Potter did say they may not play 90 minutes. He said, according to Graham Potter, Ben Chilwell, Reece James, and Sterling are fit enough to return to the squad, but not 90 minutes. So even if James starts, he may be taken off. What are you going to say?
Yeah, I mean, even if Reece James is playing in that game, there's not telling how attacky he will be because of these new transfers that Chelsea brought in as well. This ain't the same shape that Chelsea was starting with when Reece James was fit. This is completely different. So I would probably say Reece James is a wait and see, just to see where his positioning is.
Nah, that's a fair shout. I'm just trying to think when I would use my triple captainship if I don't use it this week. I'm tempted to use it because if I look at Manchester United, it doesn't get better than this. Palace and Leeds. Palace was quite a tough game for Man United, to be fair, but that was away. Mostly they lost that one. Oh, no, sorry, they drew. It was a last-minute goal by Olise. So, I mean, there are going to be other doubles coming up potentially. Obviously, Man United will have another. They've got to play Brentford because Man United do confirmed blank now in game week 25. And that fixture against Brentford has to be rescheduled. Don't know when it's going to be. That's going to be another potential blank later down the line. Newcastle are blanking. So they will have another fixture against Brighton, I think it was, they had to play, but that was going to get rescheduled as well. I think Newcastle will have 2 blank game weeks to reschedule. Ryan says, I've got the triple up, Pope, Botman, and Trippier. Oh, that is a bit riskier. If you've got triple, I'd probably play White, if I'm being honest, because double is still fine. Double is, a lot of people don't even have double, let alone triple. So you could just play White and maybe bench Botman if you've got Pope as well, because Pope will get the clean sheet points regardless. Predicted City lineup: Akanji, Walker, Lewis in midfield with Rodri. That's he's Aki, Akanji, Walker, Lewis in midfield with Rodri. That's interesting. Haaland double game week, triple captain maybe.
Foden could be injured.
I've not heard any Foden news, to be fair, unless he's been dropped or something.
That wouldn't surprise me.
I mean, he's been benched. quite a lot, hasn't he, recently?
Yeah, that's one of those weird ones, not knowing why. But I think I'm gonna make my moves now. So that
Okay, I'll let you do the moves. Yeah, we've got 15 minutes left. Switch over.
okay, so let me just make transfers. Let me just double check. So Ward out for Messier and Rodrigo out for Mitoma, and that's for 2 free transfers. And I'm gonna confirm that now. So yeah, let me just put Messier in the starting lineup and then bench Edison. Or actually no, I'll just keep Edison there. Yeah, that's fine. And yeah, that looks fine. Let me just vice captain Rashford. And one more thing, activating the bench boost. So let's save that. So my bench boost is activated.
Nice.
And yeah, transfers are made. We are set to go.
Okay, nice. Also, just got to say, guys, as always, make sure you drop a like on the video if you can. If you've enjoyed the content so far, please drop a like and also subscribe to our channel if you can. Back to my team for a sec. I think it could be a decent game week. Hopefully. I mean, Man United will either make or break the game week. That double, a lot of people are tripled up on them. Dan says, just read Foden had a foot injury, but could be back for Tottenham game. Might start on the bench and Grealish starts. Yeah, I wouldn't be looking to bring in Foden or Grealish right now, if I'm honest. I mean, I'd wait and see what happens this week. Obviously, they double next week. So that's when I'd be looking to bring him in if you wanted to go there and bring those players in. Yeah.
Yeah, it should be a high scoring game week. Potentially hitting the 100-point game week, maybe for some. Especially on the chip. Triple captain, bench boost.
Yeah. Yeah, I may play the triple captain. I was thinking of playing it when I saw the fixtures. I wonder what Rashford's effective ownership is going to be. It's going to be well high.
There's a debate whether it's going to be higher than Hans or not.
Yeah.
I imagine still some people like me, for example, are not going to go against Harden still. Just because he can do anything, even though it's an away fixture. He hasn't really scored in away fixtures, but especially with Tottenham at the moment, in one of their embarrassing moments of they had to get rid of Matt Doherty, for example.
Yeah.
Kind of leads me to think, oh, maybe there's a bit of a glimmer for Holland in that fixture.
Dan says team looks good. Good luck, guys. Yeah, good luck to everyone as well in the chat. Hope you all get a green arrow this weekend. And yeah, hopefully it's a good FPL week. Kwanda Bruno captain is tempting me. Yeah, if you want to be different, why not? Because Bruno does have actually a good record against Leeds, but like he always seems to score against Leeds. So I think he got a hat trick against them. Was it last season or the season before? Pretty sure it was Bruno.
Yeah, and he's on penalties too, and pretty much on every set piece now that Elton is injured.
Yep.
Pretty much on all of them. Yeah, it's a lot of upside. I don't think you can't go wrong with either Bruno or Rashford. think I'd probably go Bruno myself, just because of he's not really an injury risk at all. I don't think Bruno's ever had an injury that's been serious.
They could be, yeah, good picks, all of them. I think Bruno, Rashford, either way. Last minute captain change from Rashford to Bruno, says Dan. Bench Kane and started Tony. It's a lot of money on the bench.
Yeah, I'll be scared too.
It's got City, but yeah, it's one of those you don't. I mean, you could, if you want to bench Kane, you could just take Kane out and bring in someone else. If you wanna bench him. Yeah. Anyway, there's about 8 minutes left, and I think I've made my mind up. I think I do want a triple captain. Use it, the chip. Where's my team? Okay, cool. How do I play the chip? How does that look? Triple captain Rashford against Palace and Leeds. I'm going to do it. Save it. So there you go, guys. Triple captain is active. Was considering it throughout the week. I knew I wanted to captain Rashford, but it wasn't 100% convinced on triple captaincy. But yeah, I'm going to do it. I think I want to chase. So yeah, I'll probably play it. So yeah, triple captain is active. I've put the vice captain on Bruno yet. Yeah, hopefully he goes well, because I was going to play my triple captain last week, for those that don't know, but luckily I didn't, because Haaland, so not last week, 2 weeks ago, when Haaland got only the one goal in that double game week, so it didn't really pay off. So yeah, Cancelo to James. Is James fit to play? I mean, apparently so he is, but as always, it is a risk bringing him in. I mean, even if he is fit, I'm not sure if he'll play 90, so you'll have to take that into consideration as well. Don with a comment as well. David has a question. Should I take Salah or Foden out for Rashford for a -4? Well, yeah, I think definitely. I think you need.
Yeah, I'll probably take Foden out, definitely.
Yeah, I'll take Foden out or Salah for Rashford. Probably take both of them out for Rashford and another United player right now with the double they have. So,
I mean, considering Foden's rumoured to be out injured, foot injury and potentially on the bench, I'll probably say
yeah,
Foden has a little bit more priority over Salah. Yeah, just make sure you have a 90-minute player.
Mm-hmm. We've got to do score predictions as well, haven't we? I want to bring up the fixtures, because I always forget to before the deadline, and then I can't see the fixtures afterwards. All right, I'll bring it up in a sec. H1, I triple captain Rashford 2. I feel like this is the best opportunity. Hopefully, he gets amazing points. Yeah, let's see. I mean, I've activated my chip on Rashford as well. So hopefully, join us for the deadline. Sorry, not the deadline. The knee jerk stream on Sunday. Sunday evening. We'll see H1. What happens? Obviously, it will be only the first game of the double, but we'll see. Is Bruno or Odegaard better this week? I mean, Bruno. For sure, we've got the double game week, so I would, considering I would have to get rid of Bruno, I wouldn't want to be getting rid of Bruno right now when he's got a very nice double game week. So yeah, definitely Bruno. You'd want him this week. You'd want double Man United attack. Rashford, Bruno. Some will maybe even have Anthony. There's Luke Shaw, etc. You want 3, I think. Oh, he means next week. Yeah, I mean, you'd want Bruno this week, and then you could take out Bruno next week. Just looking at Man United's fixtures, in game week 23, they have Leeds away. Now that's actually another nice game for a single game week for Man United. Obviously, I think Leeds is a team that Man United do have a good record against. So you could take him out in that one, and then they've got Leicester and then a blank. I think Man United are actually a good hold into at least that blank in 25. And then after that, they've got Liverpool, which, Liverpool ain't playing great. Then after that, they've got some nice fixtures as well. So Man United could be a pretty good hold till the rest of the season, really. And they're playing well. So as long as Rashford is fit, and Bruno as well, you could just hold them till like long term now, which many didn't see coming at the start of the season, especially double, triple Man United. I think most of us, no one had a Man United player in their team at all at game week 1 because of last season. Things can change quickly. KDB to Bruno, then reverse it in 23. Almiron to Odegaard for a -4, or just a Bruno transfer and play Mitro. I'll just do the Bruno transfer and play Mitro, I think. That's what I've done. Even though I do have De Bruyne as well on my team. Because Mitro has Chelsea.
Yeah, I mean, you never know what you can do against Chelsea. And I mean, defensively, they're still a bit unsure. And also, you probably want at least 2-3 transfers going into double game week 23. Sure, thinking of bringing in 2 people for that game week. Unless you are bringing in just 1, then that's a move you could do.
Also, the thing with Mitrovic, he's got Chelsea, okay, in game week 23, which might be a tough game. But then after that, his fixtures aren't too bad. He's got Forest, Brighton, then Wolves. So, some up and down fixtures, then Brentford. Then he's got, Arsenal, Liverpool. Then after that, in game week 29, he's got some, green fixtures, a run of green fixtures. So, you could just keep Mitrovic and give him that game against Nottingham Forest next week, game week 23, which I'm probably going to do now. Because I have other things I want to do in my team. So Mitrovic will probably stay in my team for a while longer. Would you do Shaw to Ake next week and gain 2 extra fixtures? I'm not sure, You could. I mean, I always prefer a doubler than a single game week player. But Man United have Leeds and they can easily keep a clean sheet against Leeds. Arsenal play Man City in one of the doubles. You could do it, but if you don't want Shaw long term, then I would do it. But if you do, then I wouldn't do it personally because Shaw does have some good fixtures and he's cheap at that price as well. So it depends if you want Shaw long term. If not, then get rid. Newcastle has been my main triple up this season. I would never have thought that. I mean, what crazy season, isn't it, Jordan? With as you said, with your money you have in the bank, with the premiums not doing well.
I think in a way that's a blessing because we have the benefit of bringing in who we want without having to worry about the money. And Newcastle has surprised all of us pretty much this season. They're in the top 5 and potentially could win the trophy in one of the competitions as well. First time in a really long time, I think over 60 years since Newcastle have won a trophy in any competition. So they're having the season of their life at the moment, Newcastle. No matter what the outcome is, I'm sure it's probably the best season they'll remember for a long time. And under new manager Eddie Howe, he really turned it around for them.
I mean, the deadline is up, guys. Now it is 6:30, so hopefully you've locked your teams in, done your transfers, and all that good stuff. Dom says he did it as well. Triple captain Rashford. Hopefully Rashford can actually score. got 2 nice games. I've triple captained him as well, so we'll see. Hopefully he can do, get us some returns. Should Almiron or Andreas be number 1 bench? I mean, probably Almiron. I mean, I'd look to start Almiron against West Ham, but yeah,
I'll probably bench Andreas.
I made a sub switch on my PC, but he hasn't registered on my phone. Do you think it went through? Yeah, it should have gone through. As long as you did it before the deadline and you click save your team, they should have went through. Kwanda says James is playing apparently, and Enzo as well. I mean, Enzo's a big signing for Chelsea, most expensive transfer in the Premier League history. So I'm going to be excited to watch Enzo in the league. Hopefully, looking. When's the game today? Is it 8 p.m. Isn't the kickoff?
Yeah,
I'll be watching that one. Should be good. But before we quickly go, Jordan, let's just do quick score predictions, and then we will wrap it up. So I'm going to bring up the fixtures. We'll do a little score prediction, and then we will, as always, Friday football, Chelsea Fulham, 8:00 kickoff. What are your predictions for that game?
Who knows what this outcome will be? I'll probably say 2-1 Chelsea.
Okay. I don't know what to really make of this game. Chelsea's lineup isn't out, is it?
No,
probably not out yet. Yeah, I'll go 2-1 Chelsea. Why not? I think they'll get the job done. But I think Fulham, they might give them a game. I think Fulham. Let's move on to Saturday's fixtures. Quite a few fixtures on Saturday, 7 fixtures. First one, midday, 12:30 kickoff, Everton, Arsenal. I'll start off with I'll go with a 3-0 Arsenal win.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. 3-0 Arsenal.
3-0. Okay, we agree there. Villa, Leicester. What do you think of that one?
This could be an Aston Villa win because Emery has done a lot for Aston Villa since his managing role there. I'm probably going to say 3-1 Aston Villa.
Oh, okay. I'm going to go for 1-1. I think it'll be a draw. Moving on to Brentford, Southampton. I'll kick it off with a 2-1 win for Brentford.
I'll say 2-0 Brentford.
Nice. Brighton at home to Bournemouth. I think it'll be a 2-0 Brighton win.
I think this could be a high score one. I think 4-0 Brighton.
4-0 Brighton, okay.
And Matoma to score a hat-trick.
Yeah, I mean that would be mad. Obviously, you just brought him in, haven't you?
Yeah.
Man United and Palace as well. Saturday kickoff 3:00. I'm gonna go for 2-0 Man United.
I'll probably say 2-1 Man United.
Okay, 2-1. Wolves, Liverpool away. Not confident for this one as a Liverpool fan myself, but I don't know really what to make of this one. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw.
I was going to say the same 1-1. I think for that one.
Newcastle, West Ham. Newcastle at home. I'll go for a 2-0.
I'll probably say 1-0 Newcastle.
1-0 Newcastle, okay. Then we've got some games on Sunday. We've got Nottingham Forest and Leeds. I'm going to go for a 2-1 Leeds win.
Yeah, I'll probably go 2-0 Leeds. Hope for the clean sheet from Meslier.
And then we've got Spurs at home to Man City as well. And then after that, we'll be doing our knee-jerk live reaction stream. So make sure you join us Sunday, 7 p.m. UK time to react to Double Gameweek 22. I'm going to go for I'm going to be different. I want to say 1-1. I think Spurs get a point for some reason.
I think for this game, it's going to be a very high-scoring game for both teams. I'm going to say 3-2 Man City.
Okay, 3-2. finally, Wednesday, it is the double for Man United. They're at home to Leeds, 8 p.m. kickoff as well. So I'm gonna go 3-1 Man United.
I'll probably say 2-0 Man United.
Okay, 2-0. So yeah, pretty similar predictions from us. So yeah, a lot of football over the next couple of days. Looking forward to it. And yeah, we'll be back on Sunday, as I said, guys, for the knee-jerk reaction stream. As always, 7 p.m. UK time. Make sure you join us. And yeah, we're going to wrap it up here, guys. It's been the deadline stream for Game Week 22, Double Game Week 22. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you have, as always, make sure you drop a like, subscribe as well if you haven't already. A lot of content we're dropping always. So if you don't want to miss out on it, please consider subscribing. And yeah, we're going to wrap it up here. Just a big thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you guys for tuning in as well. Thank you for all your comments. It's been a good stream. And yeah, we're going to wrap it up here and probably get ready to watch the Chelsea game as well. Anything else you'd like to add, Jordan?
Just thanks for everyone for watching throughout the stream. It's been appreciated. Hopefully you've made all the right choices for this Double Game Week 22 and you're happy with your teams. Hopefully you do well and get green arrows. It'll be pretty hard this week if we don't get green arrows, but all the best and have a nice weekend. And we'll obviously see you Sunday evening to see how well Double Game Week 22 has gone.
Yep. See you guys Sunday, 7 p.m. And yep, take care.